hearts and tired feet. A mother praying on the floor, a question knocking at the door. No robe, no stage, no sacred script. Still, heaven spoke beyond the pulpit. Not just in echoes of a choir, not just in pages set on fire, but something louder, something real. In every wound we try to heal, there are voices beyond the pulpit. In the silence, in the noise, in the doubt we try to bury, in the truth we can't avoid. I can find the holy buildings, not contained in just one way. There are voices beyond the pulpit, calling us to live, not just to pray. A protest sign, a whisper plea, a tear that falls when none can see, a stranger showing unseen grace. God still moves in every place. Not every sermon wears a crown. Sometimes it's just sitting down, listening where we once dismissed, finding truth in what we missed. Not just in answers carving stone, not just in feeling less alone, but in the tension, in the fight, where wrong meets courage, wrong meets right. There are voices beyond the pulpit, in the silence, in the noise, in the doubt we try to bury, in the truth we can't avoid. I can find some holy buildings, not contained in just one way. There are voices beyond the pulpit, calling us to live, not just to pray. What if the sacred isn't distant? What if it's closer than we think? In every question we resist, in every edge we're on the brink of something deeper than tradition, of something wider than belief, a voice that speaks through every soul in joy, in justice, in our grief. There are voices beyond the pulpit, in the broken, in the brave, in the ones who stand for mercy, in the ones who choose to stay. I can find some holy buildings, not contained in just one way. There are voices beyond the pulpit, and they're calling us today. So listen close, not just above, but all around is where speaks love. They told me truth live high above, in stained glass light and scripted love. But I heard whispers in the street, and broken hearts and tired feet. A mother praying on the floor, a question knocking at the door. No robe, no stage, no sacred script. Still, heaven spoke beyond the pulpit. Not just in echoes of a choir, not just in pages set on fire, but something louder, something real. In every wound we try to heal, there are voices beyond the pulpit, in the silence, in the noise, in the doubt we try to bury, in the truth we can't avoid. I can find the holy buildings, not contained in just one way. There are voices beyond the pulpit, calling us to live, not just to pray. A protest sign, a whisper plea, a tear that falls when none can see, a stranger showing unseen grace. God still moves in every place. Not every sermon wears a crown. Sometimes it's just sitting down, listening where we once dismissed, finding truth in what we missed. Not just in answers carving stone, to pray. What if the sacred isn't distant? What if it's closer than we think? In every question we resist, in every edge we're on the brink of something deeper than tradition, of something wider than belief, a voice that speaks through every soul in joy and justice in our grief. There are voices beyond the pulpit, in the broken, in the brave, in the ones who stand for mercy, in the ones who choose to stay. I can find to holy buildings, not contained in just one way. There are voices beyond the pulpit, and they're calling us today. So listen close, not just above, but all around is where speaks love.
All right, everybody, you are welcome. You are welcome tonight. You are welcome right now. I just want to welcome you to this podcast for a few minutes that I just gonna be here. And if you would like to join me in discussion, wherever you are watching from, I will want you to you can come on my it can indicate by coming on the live, and we will agree. I mean, we will invite you if you would like to participate in what I'm talking about. However, you can also watch this podcast later on as well. I want to welcome you tonight to this podcast. Just a kind of discussion and a kind of encouragement to many people that are watching right now. And tonight, I just want to talk to you briefly about something that I am passionate about. Something that I'm passionate about. I love to do. I love to work. I love to say. I love to share. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to you briefly about what I call, you know, building leadership on a solid foundation. Building leadership on a solid foundation. you know Wherever you are watching me, you are watching me right now. I just want you to know that you can build a solid foundation, solid leadership in a very solid foundation, where you feel you are being called. And I'm gonna quickly share with you. you know I'm going to use a Bible text which says Matthew chapter 20, Matthew chapter 4, 7 verse 24 to 27. Matthew chapter 7, Matthew chapter 7, give me a second. Matthew chapter 7, I'm going to be reading from verse 24. I'm going to be Matthew chapter 27. I'll be reading from verse 24 to 27. You can call your friends, call your loved ones. Let's reason together. One thing Bible says, that let us reason together. Let us reason together. There is joy when we bring ideas together too as well. So chapter 7, Matthew chapter 7. I'm going to be reading from verse 24. It says, therefore, anyone who hear those words from mine and put them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down and the stream rose and the wind blew and the, and beat against the house, yet it did not fall, because it has its foundation on the rock. But anyone who hear this word of mine and does not build them on the or put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came down, the stream rose, and the wind blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. It fell with a great crash. You know, I know everybody builds house, everybody builds something. You are called to build something. Either you are building life, you are building family, you are building community, you are building name, you are building yourself. You build. You are a builder. So wherever you get to, you see yourself building something. I get what I'm saying now. You see yourself building something. You are a builder, and that is why when you see yourself around people, people look at you and want to see. When you meet another builder, you would know. You can see what they are building. You can assess what they are building. Some have been in building for a long time based on their experience. Some have been in building people or nation or community for quite a long time. So building comes with experience. You understand what I'm saying now? Building comes with experience. So I can ask you right now about what are you building? What is it that you're building right now? Um, how much you are building? Are you get what I'm saying now? So whatever you are building, uh you want to get to a place whereby uh you can see that life is being touched based on what you are building, So whatever you are building, I mean, as a builder, you must understand that fact that I'm a builder and I represent someone. I represent a family. I represent a community. I represent people. I represent a group. I represent a family. So building is very, very, very important in our life. So whatever you are building, you must understand that this is your life. This is what I mean. People are looking on to you. People are looking up to you as you continue to build. As you continue to build. So what are you building? Now, when we talk about building structures, civil engineers will understand that every successful structure depends on the quality of its foundation. Every building, depends on the quality of the foundation that has been that they put in place. You understand what I'm saying now? So if you are a builder and or you are working with a building company, you understand that there are some things that you must understand, that the deeper the foundation is, the deeper, I mean, the stronger the building can be. And when we are talking about building, structure in particular, we always know that if you are what you will put on a small shallow, certain level of foundation will determine on the structure that you are going to put outside. If you intend to build a kind of a 3-story building, or a building that will require decking and everything, or ice scraper, or kind of a big structure, you will not your foundation will not be shallow. Your foundation will not be a small one. Your foundation will not be at the level of a rambler, or what some people call bungalow. So it won't be a kind of bungalow foundation. Why the other one? I mean, why you have the mind of erecting a kind of duplex, or some people call it upstairs, or that will require any structure that will require what's it called, decades. So based on that, you will understand the kind of structure you are working on. Many of us, we just believe things we just come all of the sudden, we just rise all of the sudden, we just arrive at a particular place all of the sudden. Life is not always like that. It comes with responsibilities, it comes with intentionality, it comes with ideas, it comes with other people involved, it comes with things around you that we help you. You understand? Aristotle says something, says the root of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. You know, leaders' foundation is built through learning, discipline, and growth. Leaders' foundation is built through learning, through learning, discipline, and growth. So you must understand that you need to learn, you need to study, you need to understand, to make research, work hard to be where you need to be. Aristotle say, explain and says, the unexplained life is not worth living. The unexplained life is not worth living. So you must understand that my life needs to be, people must look at me and be able to emulate and able to say something about my life, about what I'm doing. Leaders must constantly evaluate their foundation. What kind of foundation are you building? What kind of foundation you prepare for yourself? So I have said it earlier that the deeper your foundation is, the bigger your structure will be. The deeper your foundation is, the deeper your structure will be. So when you are building, you must understand that you need to do certain things in your building. One of the lessons that you must learn in foundation, that foundation determines the future. Your foundation determines the future. Bible said, the scripture says something that when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? What can any other person do? When your foundation is faulty, it's hard to put structure. That is in African, proverbs, and that's something that he said, a kind of somebody walking with the head bent. He said you are only looking at the load, the bent load. You are not looking at the leg that is carrying the load. But because of the deformity in the leg, and that it makes the load to also bend. So that is one of the things that we must always understand. The foundation determines what the future holds. If when you build, when you make your foundation to be either not strong enough, where you're supposed to make concrete, you're using center block. Definitely that foundation is not going to, might not last, because you have to understand what you put in your foundation. Great leaders have strong foundation. They have a lasting foundation. Lasting success require strong character. Influence without integrity is dangerous. If you have influence and you don't have integrity, it's dangerous. People cannot follow you. You must understand who you are, what you carry, and what people can emulate from you. Your future cannot rise above your foundation. What are the things that you have that you put in place? Many people want to celebrate success, celebrate people, celebrate people out there, but they don't know. Sometimes we don't look into hours that they have put into to their work, the secret hours, the crazy secret time, the rehearsals, the training, the studying, the effort, the investment that they have put in place. But all of a sudden, we always celebrate their glory. We celebrate their, oh, I want to be like this, I want to be like that. But we refuse to make sacrifice. Sacrifice comes into, sacrifice is what produce your result. Sacrifice produce your harvest. You can't harvest when you refuse to sacrifice. So as a leader, you must, put yourself together. Leaders foundation is not recognized by position alone, by title or by wealth, by popularity. It depends on what you have done in the secret place. In the secret place, you have to do something dig deep into a particular level before you can, before your name can be out there. Listening to me right now is part of digging deep, looking into what you can do, who I can impact, what I can, what I have, I have shared, I'll study, and that's what I'm giving out. Competence may give you to the top, but remember, if you have competence, it may give you to the top, but your character will also will retain you there. Your character will retain you there. Your behavior will retain you there. Identify faulty foundation in a leader, in leadership. As you grow in life, if you want to grow in life, learn from people that have been ahead of you. People that have done ahead, people that what works for them, what kind of mal them, or what kind of mistake that they made in the as they journey, and you studied their both their success and their failure, and you learn from them so that you can use that to build yourself. What are the things that works for them? What are the things that they say that, okay, yes, I think I can do this thing as well. I think I can make use of this thing as well. I think I can work with this thing as well. So when you learn from the leaders and you learn from their errors and their mistakes, then you can use that to also equally build yourself. Now, what about their mistakes, and what are the things that they do, or what are the things that they got into, and that destroyed them? Many of us, we don't want to learn from the leaders. We just want to create something. I always tell some people, I say, do you want to make mistakes and for yourself? Yes, it's good to make mistake and learn from it. But at the same time, it's also helpful when you learn from the mistakes of others and you learn from it. That avert you from getting into error of other people, or repeating the error of other people. Because one thing about it is just you've learned from their error and you can improve on that. Many things that I want to say this to many people that are in politics and everything. What I have learned so far from some of those politicians is just like you will see that they will say, when people ask them why things are not working, they always go back and say, yes, the predecessor, I've done this, I've done, they committed this kind of blunder, they committed this kind of error, it was it was done during the time of this particular person and this kind of particular person. That is not, you are already, that is why you are in that office. Leave the past behind and let the past go. You can rewrite your own time while you are there. You can rewrite your own story. Let people know, okay, during my own time, I've been able to correct this and this and this. And you don't have to have all these ambiguous promises and that we have all around. When the politician want to get into power and this is the right that is the right leader, this is the right person right now, this is right, I can do it right now. They will promise everything. They will even eat with the madman on the street. They will come down to everybody's level. But the moment they arrive at the throne, and now the power got into their hands, and then they don't remember anybody anymore. Even the promise that that they made to people, that they made to populace, they will ignore everything. Because why? They will need you in the next in another 4 years. And about 4 years to come again, they will start, finding another way to get you again, to redeem, to psych you, to do everything, making sure that maybe you will forget the few years few years of your suffering. And we need to be wise. When you occupy a position, forget about the mistake of others and build and correct just what you can do. Correct the error of the past and make it a kind of something new for yourself, that you can build your name, that can help the community, that can help people. They will say something good about you, about your position, about your work. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming others. One of the things that is affecting leaders is when they get into position without vision, occupying a position without vision, or carrying too many people that are visionless around you. They can delay, or they can destroy the vision that you have. They can destroy the vision that you have. You are a leader. Go ahead. Surround yourself with people of like mind, people that can get you there, people that can help your dream, people that can help you grow, people that can move you forward. Don't ever think you have custody of every knowledge. You still need people around you, reasonable people that has wisdom, people that has idea, people that have what it takes to make you succeed in your position. That is what you need as a leader. And because for many people that could not succeed, what are the things that is destroying their leadership? Pride, dishonesty, lack of vision, poor decision making, lack of discipline, spiritual emptiness, inconsistency. So when we have all this in their life, it kind of fulfill their leadership and destroy whatever they want to build, because in their foundation they have already added all those things into the foundation. You can be sure that the structure is not going to last either. The structure is not going to last. Great leaders don't complain, they repair. Even if you had a kind of faulty foundation, you look at what can we do to repair the broken walls, to repair what has been done, the evil that has been done, to repair. Don't start complaining. Stop complaining. That is why you are there. Nehemiah did something. Nehemiah rebuilt the wall that was broken. You know, he rebuilt the wall. He saw the need for that wall to be restored. He saw the need for that wall to be, brought back to life. You know, you don't manage. You don't manage. I always have an idea. You know, I joke with my friends and people, and I say, if I have to be a politician tomorrow, maybe let's say I'm contesting for Senate, so let's just say maybe senatorial or something. What I can do, you don't have to have ambiguous promises or project that cannot go anywhere. If it's just only three that we want to achieve in your 4 years, do it with honesty, do it with all your heart, do it with everything that you have in you. I know there will be other people that will fight against you, but Bible says a good name is better than many riches. When you build a good name for yourself, your children's children will continue to live in that. There are people that even the name of their parents still continue to bless other, bless them, bless the other people, open doors for them. Presidents, what are you doing? Head of states, what are you doing? Church leaders, what are you doing? Family leaders, what are you doing? What will people say about you after you long gone? Will they praise you? Will they pray for you? Or will they curse you out? Sometimes we look at, okay, yes, yeah, I don't care. By the time, if they like, let them curse me out, I will be gone by then. Don't be like Ezekiah, who said, well, when those enemy will come, he will not be there. Bible says a good father leave wealth for his children's children. Will it be said of you that you, as a father or as a leader or as a person, you left your children's children or generation after you death? Will they be able to praise you or curse you? So we must understand that. What do you have in your foundation? Will determine what your future will be. However, God specializes in rebuilding foundations. God is interested in building you back, building your foundation back. Though your foundation might be destroyed, your foundation might be bad, might be horrible, might be terrible, anything might be in your foundation, but God is about to build it back. If only you are ready. If only you are ready, God will build it back for you. Isaiah chapter 58 verse 12 says, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of path to dwell in. God wants to call you the path, the repairer of the breach and the restorer of path to dwell in. When God rebuilt your life, failure become testimony, weakness become strength, brokenness become purpose, mistakes become lesson. I tell you today, build your life back. Build your life back. Building a leadership that lasts is what you want to focus on. And you must consider this 6 pillar in building that leadership that will last. In every part of your life, whatever area that you are occupying, as a religious leader, as a family leader, community leader, town leader, political leader, whatever leadership that you are occupying, including leading yourself, you must understand this six pillar as a leader. You must have faith in God. You must have integrity. You must be a visionary. You must be competent in whatever you are doing. You must have a servanthood heart. And lastly, you must continue to learn. You must continue to learn. I hope and I pray that God will bless you, will uphold you, and whatever you are doing, you will be able to lead right. Whatever area that you are not leading right, people are cussing you out. My heart breaks when as a leader, you must check yourself. You must check people that you are leading. Am I doing something right? Are they praising me? Are they telling me the truth? Don't just stick into one area, one corner, and people are praising you alone. Here, listen to people that are also, that are not happy with what you are doing. Let's be objective to criticism, both good and the bad ones. And I believe by so doing, you will help yourself. You will help your leadership. You will know what you are doing right and what you're not doing right. So that people that are praising you will not praise you into ditch. You will not, after you've gone, you will not be regretting of what you did, of what your leadership looked like. I pray God bless you, and I hope you can share this word with people that need them. As many that needs this word, I hope it will get to you and you will look into it. I'm sure this is not the first time you're going to hear about this, but I believe there is a day that somebody will meet the truth and you say, yes, this is for me today. This is for me. So, and I know that might be for someone listen to me right now, or watching me right now, or going to watch later on. So share, and I believe God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Until I see you again next time. Don't forget, I have a program coming up June 27th. June 27th, Voice Beyond Pulpit with Yomi Isaac Femi Ojo and David. And the Lord bless you. Join us on that day. We always talk about something new, something great, voices beyond pulpit, what we can do, as we grow in the Lord. And God bless you in Jesus' name. Until I come in your way next time, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. If you are watching, just help us to subscribe, and so that you can share the video as well. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, X. We are there to ourselves. So make sure you just join us, and God bless you.